Ball game. This is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter Doris Burke. Our starting lineups will look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting five for both teams. And as always, we'll be watching Carmelo Anthony.
He's a natural scorer. It's that simple. Supreme confidence offensively. He can beat you from the three-point line. He can get you going to the hole. Offensive putbacks. Beautiful mid-range game as well.
And he's not a standstill shooter only. I mean, he's a terrific ball handler. He's able to create space, has deceptive strength. And you talk about degree of difficulty shots, he can make those in spades. I mean, he can stop on a dime and knock it down, and he's got the full arsenal offensively.
New York City's most legendary arena plays host to a showdown between the Knicks and their cross-borough rivals, the Brooklyn Nets. They're in fifth place in the East, a team to be reckoned with for sure.
I guarantee you the adrenaline is already flowing for both sides. And this means a little bit more to these players than just any game.
And Steve, it means more to the fans, too. We've got an electric atmosphere in here, just like it always is when these two teams get together.
And now the Knicks on the break. Smith for three. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet. Smith's got the first bucket of the night, a three-pointer for the Knicks. For the New York Knicks, they come in off the loss to the Heat in Miami.
It was not a very inspired performance for them, particularly defensively. I thought, they gave the hostile crowd a lot to cheer about, frankly.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jumpers, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was right through the roof, and you can't win when that's the case.
And here are the Nets. It's a 5-point game. Victory eluded them last time in New York when they took on the Knicks.
Yeah, they really took it on the chin that last time out, and the difference was the turnover differential. When you look at the stat sheet, they were so careless with the ball, and those mistakes were just too much to overcome.
Now, here is Smith following the miss by Paul Pierce. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. That'll put J.R. Smith on the line. That's on Darren Williams. What about Clark, what Steve just talked about? How was it possible for them to turn the ball over so much in that game?
Well, I mean, the defense was outstanding. Now, you got to give some credit where credit is due. But they also were a little sloppy at times with the ball.
Here is Livingston, averaging 8 points a game. Williams passes to Johnson. Good on the shot.
And the layup just gift-wrapped right there. I mean, he had a clear path to the basket.
Brooklyn Nets come into this one following a loss to the Magic in Orlando. Felton kicks to Smith. The pass to Stoudemire. Goes up on the block and out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here is Livingston, covered by Smith. Here's Johnson, fades away and sinks the tough shot.
Well, nice way there to get your first basket of the game.
For New York, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Chandler with the screen on Johnson. It's Anthony with the drive. Here's Stoudemire. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet. Stoudemire's got his second basket of the game.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
Here's Williams, and again it's Brooklyn converting. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Felton with the ball. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Miami.
And he was disruptive defensively, too. Kevin, really aggressively trying to make plays. In fact, he had 4 steals during that game.
And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Only 3 games left until the start of the playoffs. Let's see how the East will look. You take a look at the Nets. They've done well enough to be in 5th place in the conference so far. And, of course, New York. They're down in the 9th position.
Checking out New York, they've got people all around the league shaking and scratching their heads, trying to figure out why a team that was so potent last year is now squarely in the middle of the pack.
Well, they went through a few changes in the offseason, but not enough where you'd think the team would make such a dramatic drop. So I'm surprised. I thought this club would be a lot better.
Plumlee is checked in for Brooklyn. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Felton against Williams. He feeds it to Johnson. Johnson right side. The shot will not go. And New York will come the other way.
Well, head coach Jason Kidd, that's a phrase I didn't expect to hear this quickly, but Kidd wasted no time. Only a matter of weeks after he announced his retirement as a player, he was named the head coach of the Brooklyn Nets. And it's going to be interesting to see the transition. Kidd, obviously, great basketball IQ, so well respected as a person in the league. I think it's just a matter of time before he really finds his footing and becomes an excellent coach.
Now, here's Felton after the miss from Plumlee. And stolen by Thornton. In transition, here come the Nets. Thornton's got the ball. And that one's good. Thornton's got his first bucket in this one. 1:05 left to play here in the first. And back to Coach Jason Kidd, Clark, a rookie at the coaching profession, but one of the most intelligent and respected point guards over his 19 years in the NBA.
Yeah, always respected as a leader, and his basketball IQ off the chart. So I think he's one of the few guys that could go right from playing to being a successful head coach.
Now here's Williams, following the miss by Carmelo Anthony.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
Felton against Thornton. Out to Anthony. Six on the shot clock. The three kept alive. Here's Chandler. And stolen by Darren Williams. And there's the call on Chandler. That's his first foul. Chandler against Watch. 4 seconds left. Thornton. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot two. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first free throw is good. And Thornton drops two.
Boy, his free throw shooting, just another reason he's such a good all-around player.
Here's Prigioni. Got it off in time, but it's no good. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Knicks out front. They're up by 1. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter.
Coming up Monday, April 14th.
And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
And I thought they built this lead mainly because of their work on the glass. They really dominated the rebounding total.
And it takes an effort from all 5 guys to get a rebounding advantage like that. Everybody has to rebound the ball. That's how you finish off your defense.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for Brooklyn now, Thornton out there with Livingston. Then it's Blatch. Then there's Anderson. And it's Teletovic in at the 4 spot. Just 3 to shoot. That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Thornton. New York with the ball. Next game for them, they'll take on the Raptors at Toronto. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip.
You know, the fans out in Toronto are really hoping for a win for their Raptors. And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
And it's good.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Nick shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. Here's Prigioni. He's guarded by Livingston. This is to Shumpert. Stolen by Anderson. Here is Livingston. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. $5 on the clock, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. LA As usual, a lot of offense in the NBA is being generated from the small forward position this season. Here are the league's best at that position. Second, Carmelo Anthony.
Those are some tremendous athletes, as we're used to seeing at that spot on the floor. Well, they can pretty much all give phenomenal individual performances on any given night.
And most nights, that's exactly what they do. Every team wants and needs scoring from the small forward position. And all of the players on that list provide it.
Boy, it's no wonder they've got the lead. Their shooting has really picked up here in the second quarter.
You know, you don't expect a team, Steve, to shoot in the 60% range the entire game. But if they can hover around that mark, then they'll run away with this one.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And when Melo attacks off the dribble, I think that's when he's really at his best. He's got excellent ball handling skills and footwork for a player of his size. And whether putting the ball in his hands in the pick and rolls or just isoing him in that pinch post area, he is very tough to defend when he gets ahead of steam going.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Plumlee comes in for Andre Bloch, and Pierce subbed in for Mirza Teletovic. Poke loose. Outside Williams. To the inside. Here's Plumlee. Good. The nice assist for Williams. Plumlee's got his first bucket of the night. And for Carmelo, attacking the rim makes a lot of sense. His three-point shot has been streaky over the years, but he looks like he's at least trying, Steve, to diversify his offense.
Well, I think he needs to attack more often. He can settle for threes. Sometimes he has a tendency to do that, but he's so strong and so quick that I think he's best suited when he really attacks the hole and gets to the foul line.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thanks, Kev. Mike Woodson had some words for his team over that last break. He spoke very adamantly about being much more active in defending the perimeter shot, saying, no more soft defense on the perimeter. I want you guys all over their shooters. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for New York.
They've set the first half tone by really getting out in transition.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
Here is Livingston. Pass to Plumlee. The Nets working the ball around now. Livingston, that's good.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Yep, that's something that the defense has to put a stop to. Maybe a defensive adjustment is necessary here.
Now, here's Felton, averaging 9 points per contest. Smith off a pick from Stoudemire. Clock at 6. Smith with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. And that's good. J.R. Smith for 3. Smith's got his third basket of the night.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Outside Williams. The dish now to Pierce. Takes the 13-footer. Misses off the right iron.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get too many better looks from that range.
Outside for Felton. No good. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. 51 seconds left in the first half. Here's Johnson. Tries yet again. A putback, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Are you sensing or feeling a theme here, fellas? I mean, they're taking it straight to the bucket every time down.
And why not? And that's 8 straight points in the paint for this team. They're making this a very physical battle.
Brooklyn making some changes. Garnett comes in for Plumlee, and Kirilenko's subbed in for Sean Livingston. Felton dishes to Shumpert. Right side Shumpert. 6 to shoot. Smith outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Smith's got 5 points now in the quarter.
This is great stuff, guys. You can tell he's hurting, but he continues to play well.
Garnett with the screen for Williams. And here we go. Shumpert running it up the court. And he goes in for the dunk.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. They've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself. And I'll tell you what, that was a golden one there.
Here's Williams. Can't get it to go. And the first half is now in the books. Knicks lead by 8. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Tyson, coming off the loss in the last game, it seems like you guys are playing with a renewed intensity here tonight. What's been the difference?
Well, we just can't allow them to stay around close. You know, last night we had to let down. Tonight we got to do a better job of getting down, staying our ground, playing defense, and taking advantage of this game.
Tyson, thank you for the time. Guys, over to you.
Thank you for the great interview, Doris. We'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Hi, everyone. Damon Bruce here on 2K Sports, the late season edition. Welcome. New York leading against Brooklyn. With 2 quarters left to play, they've been an offensive juggernaut, scoring with impunity. J.R. Smith scoring with ease against Brooklyn. How's that for a shooting percentage? 100. Yes, 100% from the court. Not too bad. And still hanging in there, the Brooklyn Nets. Points in the paint, definitely in their favor. They stayed in attack mode down low. Marcus Thornton with some valuable contributions. And also Mason Plumlee. Great work from him so far as well. Real scores, real stats from the real NBA. Let's get you caught up. Detroit with a loss to the Cavaliers.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And welcome back to New York City as we look at an enchanting view of Lady Liberty.
Some really terrific numbers for Smith. He's got 10 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's made some heads-up plays, Clark. He's done a really nice job defensively.
Nets trail by 8. Anthony, Stoudemire, and Chandler, their front line. The guards, Ray Felton and J.R. Smith. That's the 5 for New York right now. Pierce, good.
You know, even though he's older and won't be putting up points in the mid-20s like he once did with regularity, when you talk about clutch shots and somebody you want to take clutch shots, Paul Pierce is still one of your guys. Good. Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
The Nets shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Here's Williams. Stoudemire grabs the miss. Going back to Pierce's offensive game, one of the most versatile one-on-one scorers in the game to this day, Steve.
Yeah, he can score inside, out, in between, and a very smart passer as well. Plays the game with a great pace. He's got so much strength and rhythm to his game that he sort of does whatever he wants out there.
And gets his teammates involved as well. Here is Livingston, following the basket by Raymond Felton. Johnson kicks to Williams. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Williams has got 6.
You're going to be waiting a long time if you're waiting for him to miss that when he's that open.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Here's Anthony. Stoudemire trying to break free. And there are the Knicks with another bucket.
Perfect on their first 3 shots now. That's the way to start the second half.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
You know, playing in London during the 2012 summer seemed to do wonders for Melo. It often does wonders for guys that play with that national team. He came back with all kinds of confidence and seemed to be at another level.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey, guys. Well, Mike Woodson had some advice for the team over that last break. Too many of their shots have been low percentage, he told them. He wants better ball movement on the perimeter to get the shooters better looks. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Here's Stoudemire. Darren Williams picking up that last basket. And that one's good. Stoudemire's got the lead up to 10 now for the Knicks. And for Carmelo, boy, he really excels in international play, doesn't he? Always has.
Yeah, the three-point line is just a bit shorter, which kind of brings it right into his comfort zone. So he can play that zone buster role for Team USA. And I'll tell you what, he can do so many other things too because of his size and quickness.
And you hear his coaches talk about his defense is better than they expected too.
Ironic, isn't it?
Very.
4 for 5 so far. That's their first miss of the second half.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And let's check up here with Damon Bruce. Damon, what do you have for us?
Thanks so much, Kevin. Let's quickly bring up the scores from the games that already are in the books. Boston ended up with a loss to the Hawks at Phillips Arena. It was Avery Bradley leading them in scoring. It was the Raptors taking the win at Air Canada Center over the 76ers. So that makes it 4 in a row. A good week for them. Their leading scorer was Kyle Lowry. That'll do it for us in the studio. Now, let's get you back to your game. Guys?
Great update, Damon. Thank you.
Yeah, some good battles happening in the Eastern Conference today. I'll bet we see a lot of interesting developments come out of these games.
And here we go. Brooklyn, fast break. They get it back. A shot by Blatch, no good.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those balls.
Any extra possessions that you can get, either through steals or rebounds, are so critical in this game.
Nets trailed by 8. And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the third. Jumps up, rejected by Thornton. They recover it. Smith outside. He kicks it to Hardaway. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. And now a 10-point Knicks lead. Nets have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Pass to Blatch. 1:15 left in the third quarter. No good with the layup. J.R. Smith on the wing. And again, it's New York.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
59 seconds left to play in the third. Here is Livingston. Passes it to Blatch. The shot from the low post is good.
You know, he's always thinking. That's what I like about him. Spotted the open man and immediately changed out of his shot and gave it up.
Here is Prigioni, guarded by Livingston. 30 seconds left in the third. Smith kicks to Prigioni. Prigioni off a pick from Chandler. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than a layup.
The Knicks shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And as a club, they're kind of in the middle of the pack in the NBA in terms of their free throw shooting, about 76%.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Kevin Garnett has checked in for Blatch, and Mirza Teletovic subbed in for Mason Plumlee. 23 seconds left in the third quarter. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Al Thornton, 6 points for him. Now here is Kirilenko. There's the 3. That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Thornton. Off the inbound pass. The third quarter comes to a close. New York ahead, leading by 9. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter.
Coming up Sunday, April 13th, Kevin Durant and the Oklahoma City Thunder go up against Paul George and the Indiana Pacers. Make sure to catch it.
And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Well, with this assist, he shows you just what a well-rounded guard he really is. Kind of a combo guard, even though he's listed as a shooting guard. Really a diverse offensive skill set.
We're almost seeing more of that, aren't we? Well, it's the guys that have point guard skills that can play both those positions.
Yeah, for sure.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Jaron Williams and Joe Johnson at the 1 and 2. Garnett out there with Mirza Teletovic. And it's Kirilenko in at the 3 slot. Now here's Shumpert, Anthony. And it's good from the elbow. Anthony's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Knicks. And he's doing whatever he can to get these fans going.
Well, you know they love him here. And when he gets excited, normally the crowd tends to feed off of that.
Yeah,
True.
and that's what we're seeing here, guys. An instant jolt of energy going throughout this arena.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
Fires from deep. And it's Anthony again missing.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots just have not dropped for him today.
Johnson inside. Guarded by Shumpert. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You know, one part of Joe Johnson's game that tends to get overlooked, guys, is his ability to create space with the dribble. He's got great size, and that ability makes him the potent scorer he is.
Pierce is checked in for Mirza Teletovic. And for Joe Johnson, as you mentioned, Clark, great size, and he's comfortable, truly, Steve, from shooting anywhere on the floor.
Yeah, and whether it's a spot up or off the dribble, he can go either direction. He's so strong, excellent ball handling ability. But I think he could do a little more damage inside if he chose to. He's got the body to be a good post-up player.
They're earning their points with the jump shot now.
Yep, 6 of their last 10 points coming in that in-between range.
Johnson left side. Shot from 12, and that's good for 2.
Boy, what a display of offense we've seen today, and it's only getting better.
Well, both defenses have been on their heels all day, and it's begun to take its toll.
Now, here's Felton. Now, Chandler inside, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Brooklyn. Anthony drives in, lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Anthony's got 4 points in the quarter.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
Williams against Felton. Tries from 10. That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Williams.
Clearly, he's shaken off that cold shooting performance of the first half.
Felton the pass to Chandler. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, the thing I noticed with him is what makes him so difficult to defend is how good he is at running the pick and roll. He sets really good screens. His timing is right. And then the roll always seems to be in rhythm and in sync with his point guard.
And we can't forget to mention his rebounding now. When you watch him, just keep an eye on the way he battles in the paint when a shot goes up.
Nets trail by 7. Livingston kicks to Williams. Rejected by Felton, but they'll get another chance. That's good. 10 points for Johnson.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
The Knicks have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Felton against Williams. Here's Anthony. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for New York.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
And the other thing they're doing, Clark, is scoring a lot of points off turnovers, forcing mistakes and cashing in.
Timeout called the Nets.
He's definitely shaken up. They're using a timeout to let their trainer take a look at it.
Knicks making a change here. Aldridge is checked in. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over that last break. He loved the work they were doing on the interior, saying, listen, they've got no answer for us inside, and we're not going to let them off the hook now. Keep pounding it down low.
Williams attacking. Here's Plumlee, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
What a beautiful play inside, using that height advantage to just lay the ball up and in when they really needed a basket.
Felton against Williams. Felton kicks to Anthony. Baseline try. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Well, as far as jump shots go, that's as high percentage as it gets.
I'm not sure how that didn't go down.
Here's for three. Good. The nice assist for Williams. Williams has got his 4th assist in this one. New York's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Smith dishes to Anthony. Back to Smith. Fires the 3. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got 6 rebounds in the game. Williams with the ball. Now Felton defending. Again, the miss by Williams. The Knicks with the lead. Outside Anthony for 3. Smith. Johnson with some nice D.
Well, remember, he made 2 3-pointers in the first half, but has not been able to get anything to fall here in the second.
Williams passes to Johnson. Ball's knocked loose. Tries to keep it alive. And here is Anthony. And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
You know, I think that's probably a smart move.
I think so, too. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Livingston kicks to Williams to take the lead. Rebounded by Aldridge. New York's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter.
He had no choice but to lunge for that pass to stop it from getting through.
Well, that was a good job. It could have been a quick bucket if he doesn't knock it out of bounds there.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet. There's 14 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Anthony with the bucket.
Yeah, they're getting that lead way up there now. I mean, it should be a stroll to the final whistle from here.
Yeah, this late in the game, it'd be almost impossible for them to blow a lead like this.
Timeout called. The Nets. They're behind by 5. 12 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Guys, what's your take?
Well, the way to go here, you got to get a quick basket and then a foul. That's the only course of action at this point.
And it's key who they foul. Don't send an excellent free throw shooter to the line here.
So it's New York picking up the win. Both teams played well, but these guys